What's up, guys? Welcome to the WhyCars podcast. I'm here with Joshua Worley, the owner of this beautiful 2018
Yep,
WRX, with a Naruto wrap. And he's actually changing it, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
You've been rocking this for 3 years?
Yeah, it's about time. I can see the imperfections, but other people really can't. It's got some markings and whatnot, some little battle scars throughout the years. No garage.
No garage?
No. It's kept
thing.
outside. I know. It's tragic. Tragic.
Well, I'm going to ask Josh a couple questions about his car. Basically, questions like why he ended up picking the WRX and why he chose to wrap it the way that he did. So, Josh, how did you get into the car scene, and what made you choose the WRX as your build?
How to get into the car scene, man. That goes way back, man. I'm old. I'm like 33.
33's old? My parents are older than you.
I feel it though, man. Once you hit 30, you joints and stuff. You need old man pills, as my buddy Mo always says. No, but I got into the car scene. Oh man, I think this is way back in 2017 or 2018. As we all know, there's Lower Wacker Drive in the Chicago area. We all used to go down there and do hoonigan type things and whatnot. I had a 2015 Subaru WRX STI. When I first got it, that was the first thing that I did, was just go to Lower Wacker Drive and just go to all of the little car meets that were around. One spot gets, popped, you go to the next one, and so on and so forth. That cat and mouse game that we always play.
With the police.
Yeah, that was fun. But after that, when I got out of that scene, I started getting more so into the competitive side with the car show competitions and whatnot. I chose to go with wrapping my car the way that I did now. My first car, which was the 2015, that wasn't wrapped. That was just OEM iSilver factory paint. Put a bunch of stickers on there and plus 5 horsepower, right?
Yeah.
After that, there was an accident though with that car. Freak accident, Mother Nature and whatnot.
Yeah.
But then I busted my butt and saved for this car within 3 months' time.
Oh wow, it was only 3 months?
Yeah, I was just like going hard into the paint. Like I had to have this exact same make and model. Maybe not same year, but the exact same thing.
Because the 2015 and the 2018 are pretty different. It's just the bumper is the different.
The front bumper is the only difference. I think there is a small improvement trans-wise. I could be wrong. Do not quote me on it.
That sounds about right. I think I've heard that.
Yeah, do not quote me on it. But yeah, no, I got the 2018. Actually, my buddy sold his to me, and he's in Indiana. So he sold me his car because he knew that was the exact same car that I used to have.
Oh, so you got your buddy's car.
Yeah, but he knew what happened with the accident. He was trying to buy a house at that time, and I was trying to find another WRX STI that wasn't beat up.
Yeah.
And he babied his a lot. So when he found out what happened with the accident, what I was doing, what I was trying to go for as in building it, he said, "Hey, man, I got a proposition for you. I'm trying to get a house. You're trying to build your car. You have all these parts in your basement, but no car to build it with. Why not we help each other out?" And years later, here we are.
Sweet. It's cool like that you have your friend's car, but it's also cool that you helped him get a house. He helped you get this car. That's really cool.
Yeah, he helped me to continue my dream to build it, and then I helped him to complete his dream of having a house, a family, and everything else.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Absolutely cool.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So obviously you're a big anime fan.
Oh yeah, of course. Goes without saying.
And you also have a car club, Ronin Syndicate.
Yeah, Ronin Syndicate. The U silent. I should put like a little slash mark over the U, make it easier for people to like pronounce. Yeah. They're like, "Is that a Ronin?" No, it's not Ronin. It's just Ronin.
Okay. So where'd you come up with the name for that?
I came up with the name. One of my buddies, he was helping me out trying to pick a name. when I had left a previous car crew. Um, when I left that car crew, I was trying to figure out. All right, I have these other bunch of 10 Subaru friends that they were all waiting for me to start up an actual crew, and I'm like, well, I don't know what to even call it. Well, like, why did you leave? Well, it was somewhat of a dictatorship. I wasn't being heard, so on and so forth. It was an opportunistic setback where I felt like I was being used or monopolized off of, and it's like, all right, it's doing what he says, not what he does, and it
Yeah.
was bad leadership. So when I left as one of the actual leads for my South Suburb chapter, I was like, well, what can I call it that's similar to how I'm feeling? Well, Ronins are technically rogue. They don't serve any particular master, like in the Meiji era and whatnot.
Yeah.
They still have their values and their core uh, things that they held dear to them, but it's not like they would just let anybody walk over them. I was like, oh, well, Ronin, well, Syndicate is also a group or whatnot. They all share similar values. They all do activities or have one mission in mind. I was like, oh, Ronin Syndicate. Ronin Syndicate. And it just kept rolling off of the tongue perfect. I was like, well, there we go.
It's a good name. I mean, it's
Appreciate it.
definitely one of the most unique car crews, because I mean, most of the car crews that are around here, they always have something to do with cars. Like, of course, you got Cars and Culture, you got Metal Militia.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm blanking on the rest of them.
You got Team Elevate. You got Team Envious.
Team Elevate, and they seem to be all bagged. So,
Hey, man, they're doing some major things. They're
no, Team
huge.
Elevate is a great, like Brad and Alex. I love those guys. But so obviously, red and gray is a big thing.
Really? You think so? Oh, I didn't even know.
Is that your car on your shirt?
What's not this old thing? Yeah, it is. It is. Shout out to.
I have a hoodie with my car on it.
There you go. Shout out to Variant Arrow for this one.
It looks really good. It's just, is it screen printed or is it DTG?
Honestly, I don't even know. They just said, "Hey, we want to thank you for advertising all of our products and whatnot. Here's a picture of your car on a shirt. How many do you want?
Oh wow,
I'll
that's
take a
cool.
white one. I'll take a black one." And that's what they sent. So,
Okay,
yeah,
wow, that's really cool.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Well, all right. So, what is one thing about your car that you have done, or tried to fix, but like couldn't succeed? Like, is there anything on your car that you wanted to fix that never came out right? And like you just couldn't for the love or fix it. And then if you did fix it, how did you overcome that and end up fixing it?
Let me see. Ooh.
Yeah, you wished you read the questions now, huh?
I do. I'm not gonna lie. This is like that awkward silence moment. It's like, contemplating this because, to be honest with you, like I don't do so much as performance work on my car. I've only done things such as help install the hood on my car or help to install like my front lip splitter extensions from Variant Arrow or
Yeah.
Carbon fiber overlays, like small aesthetic things. The most that I've turned as far as a ratchet on my car is tightening up the exhaust clamps on my previous Subi. So I would say with this one, something that I was not able to fix, I would probably say would be when I was trying to help my buddy put on my carbon fiber steering wheel the first time. That bottom centerpiece, we ended up breaking a part of that previously. And so it was like frustrating because everything was on, like everything was in, but that
Yeah.
one piece would not fit. So that part broke. Then we ended up getting another one. And then it was something as small as just moving 2 screws down so it could like center in more. It was the smallest thing, and we did not realize it. We had to wait a whole another week, 2 weeks for a part to arrive.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good answer.
There's a story to it. I mean,
yeah,
hey,
it's a good story. I mean, there's been countless times that I've run into that to where, you get a part, you end up thinking you broke something, and then it's really an easy fix.
Just the smallest fraction of a
Yeah,
centimeter.
that must have been frustrating.
Oh, it was. It was. I'm like, hey, sorry, I think I broke the free part that you gave me to try. Can you send another? And they're like, did you follow the directions? Of course I did, absolutely. And then you realize, no, you didn't. You didn't do jack.
But you followed directions the second time.
Yes, very much so.
At
It
least you didn't
fits
have to do
like
three
a
times.
freaking glove. Third time's the freaking charm.
In this case, the second.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and do you have any other hobbies besides cars, or is cars strictly your one?
I got plenty of hobbies. I mean, cars is the main one that I focus a lot of my drive and passion towards for the weekends. Typically, car season, spring, summer, and fall. But even when it's not with my car, I got plenty of hobbies. They range from mixed martial arts.
Oh wow!
I typically enjoy going golfing with my dad. I've been golfing actually since
Do you
I
guys
was
do like driving ranges? You
driving
do?
range, golf courses. He actually teaches at Harborside International Golf Course.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's been a teaching pro for years, and I've been golfing since I was, I want to say 4, when I could hold an actual plastic golf club. Went to Chicago State on a full ride golf scholarship, and I just still golf every now and then for my free
That's
time.
that's awesome. You are you able to get everything in the amount of pars, like par three, be able
Oh
to hit
yeah,
three?
my handicap is between a 6 and an 8, so I shoot like high 70s to low 80s now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, previously it was like mid 70s to high 70s when I golfed a lot more
yeah,
frequently. But yeah, no, it's something that I always enjoy. Something you can do even when you're older, retired, and whatnot. You can still go out.
yeah. I mean, my parents love to golf. I mean, I like golfing, but I like going to Top Golf and trying to hit the back fence.
Oh yeah, the line drive, right?
Yeah,
Go long.
that's my favorite.
Got the Happy Gilmore run
Yeah.
up swing going on.
I got a couple of videos on my camera of doing it, and then there was a couple videos on my phone on my Snapchat.
Yeah.
My buddy goes to hit the ball, and he misses the ball, and the head of the club falls off. It just broke.
No.
I don't know what happened. And then this guy next to us hits the ball, lets go of the club, and it hits the TV behind us.
It's on video.
And I haven't, like, I literally was taking a video of my buddy, and I think I caught it, or I might have caught the aftermath, but like,
I need to see this.
dude, it
the
was
spectacle.
like, and we asked, the owner came up to us and he was like, "Can I get you guys anything? Are you guys okay?" Because we were right next to him, and we were like, "No, it's like, how much does this happen?" He's like, "You'd be surprised. It probably happens once a week." I
Are
was
you
like, "You're
serious?
kidding!" Like, yeah, sometimes kids will let go. I've had adults let go. It's like,
I mean, once a week though. Like
I
that's
know that seems like pretty frequent. I expected maybe once every couple months,
yeah.
but
You would think once every 2 or 3 months, maybe.
I mean, but
Give or
they have
take.
what, like 300 stalls, maybe.
That's a lot of TVs, man.
It's a lot of TVs, a lot of clubs.
That's a lot of TVs and broken clubs. Let me see what else. I go to Comic Cons every now and then, like C2E2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You go out. Do they have Comic Cons here?
yeah. They just had one. C2E2 in Chicago. Is that the McCormick Place?
In
Yeah.
Rosemont? Oh
No,
no, the
no.
McCormick Place.
McCormick Place up in the city,
Yeah.
like downtown. So go to that every year. I go to music festivals like Spring Awakening Music Festival, North Coast Music Festival,
You
EDM,
didn't end up
Basshead,
going to
dubstep.
Coachella a couple weeks ago or last
No,
weekend?
no, I didn't go there.
You go to Lala?
Not that time. Not Lollapalooza. One of my buddies went though. I was like, dang it. All right, lucky. This time.
You go to? Are you big? Are you EDM rap or are you like country?
EDM rap is typically my actual go-to. I'll do like drum and bass every now and then too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm a
yeah.
big EDM guy, but I can get down to some country.
Churchill?
No, I listen to Morgan Wallen mostly.
I think Churchill's the only one that I'm like that I can actually say, okay, I can get into this.
Should get into Morgan Wallen.
Yeah?
He's really good, and he has some, like, if you like rap. I'm not a big rap guy, but when it comes to Morgan Wallen, he's got some kind of like R&B type songs.
I'll
So
have to take a look at that then.
it's pretty good.
Hey, the more you know.
Yeah. Maybe I just put you on. Get another Morgan Wallen fan.
We'll find out.
So I'm trying to think of other questions I want to ask
Uh-oh.
you.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Well, I guess we could tell the story about how we met. Because I really don't remember. Because I remember just taking that really big picture, and then just kind of talking, hanging out. But I
Yeah.
don't remember like so leading up to your day on that day. What made you guys go to that spot? So basically, how we met. Before you answer, we met in this colored building, which is in Schaumburg, and it's basically this building that's all white, but at night they light it up with whatever color it is. So like different months they'll have like I think in June they do the rainbow for Pride Month. For March I think they have it green, but normally it's blue. Like it's always blue sometimes. And it's really good picture spot here in Schaumburg. But all my friends went to go take a picture, and a bunch of other people showed up. We ended up taking this huge picture of like 20 something cars. And that's where I met Josh here.
That was massive.
And that was like 3 years ago, back when he had the 15.
Yeah. Yeah. That was like, what, 4 years, right before the accident, maybe?
I think
or
so.
5?
It was back when you had, yeah, of course you had the 15, and it had the Naruto stickers on it.
Yeah, it had the Naruto stickers on. Did it have the 19s for the wheels?
I honestly don't remember. I have the picture somewhere.
Or did it have the 17s?
I know it wasn't on stock wheels.
Then it was the 17s. Yeah. No. You're right. It was the
It might have been 3 years ago. Think about it. Maybe 3.5, 4.
That was the 17s then, way back.
Because we left Stay Ill, because Stay Ill was a big thing at the time, and we left that to go to the colored building.
Did I have the AWE exhaust on then too? The quad tips?
I don't even know. I'll be honest. I literally only remember taking the picture and then trying to teach my buddy how to do a burnout and then talking to you a little bit. That's all I remember that day. It was so long ago.
Jeez Louise.
And I
think I had the AWE exhaust on back then.
I mean, I think I was 19 when we took that picture.
Golly, that was way back. Jeez. Yeah. That was way back then. I was just still getting into the car scene and whatnot. I was just soaking it all in. Wherever anything was happening, I was trying to get there. If I was off work, I was going. Didn't matter.
So I was freshly out of high school, and I was trying to get. I was like a year out of high school. Yeah. And I just wanted to go to all these car things.
And it's amazing too, because it's like of all of the things that we could have been doing, like when we're out of school or off of work. Out of all of the things,
we met in
partying,
the same parking lot,
or whatever. Like you just meet up in a random parking lot with a bunch of other people in their cars, and just say, "Hey, man, I like what you did with your car. Tell me about it." So
absolutely.
So
no, whenever my mom was like, "Why don't you stay home? Why do you have to go to a car meet?" I'm like, "Would you rather me be out at a party doing drugs?"
Right there, that right there. I mean, hey, it's like, hey,
like I could be doing so much worse than sitting
terrible
in a parking lot.
Bunch of terrible things. But you don't want me to sit in a parking lot
talking to people,
just networking around a bunch of automobiles.
Because this past Tuner Galleria 2023, you met my parents.
Yeah, I did.
And we started walking past, or like after they talked to you or whatever, they were like, "So how do you know him?" I'm like, "Oh, we met a couple years ago." I'm like, and they were like, "How do you just know these older people?" Like that's not normal. Like they're my friends. I don't see age. I see like he's got a cool car. I got a cool car. We have to share the same passion.
Yeah.
Like it's not like we're hanging out every day. And like, I mean, I really only see you at car shows.
Pretty much. You live far.
You live far.
I'm in the central. Away.
I got Strats 20 minutes from me. I got you. The meets you host are 10 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
So what does that say about you? I'm in the center. I'm in the center of everything. You're on the outskirts. I've never heard of a going to meet in Indiana.
I'm on the border. Well, there's actually a bunch. You got NWI, Alex Samuels.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, as far as like car meets in Indiana, you got Alex Samuels. He's the head of NWI, Northwest Indiana Car Association. He hosts a bunch of meets in Indiana. So if you're ever in the south suburbs or southern east side,
Well,
You
we'll
know,
see.
work 'em out.
I'm not going to be here that
I know,
long.
man. It sucks. You're leaving me. You're leaving us. You're leaving all of us.
I told you I'd come back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They all say that, and then they just forget.
I can't
They just forget about us.
I can't just forget this place.
Got a single tear right now. It's trickling. It's about to come down.
Wipe it away. Get back in there.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. I was like, will they get the reference? Will they get the reference? Okay, you got the
Love
reference.
that movie.
Yeah. No, but I'm like 8 minutes away from Indiana, like the borderline. So I usually, for all of my car things that I try and do, I
get
drive.
fireworks pretty well.
This is true. I won't deny that. We have the best deals the fireworks can offer.
Have you ever been
across
to
the
Uncle
state line.
Sam's in Hammond, like right on the border?
So you know.
Uncle Sam's?
So you know.
Have you been to Uncle Sam's?
Have you?
Yes, I've been to Uncle Sam's.
So you can come down to Indiana.
For fireworks. And I'm not going to be here in July.
This is true.
Maybe I'll come for July 4th and we'll go get fireworks.
There you go. Doing bad shit.
Dude.
Get fireworks.
Yeah. I get arrested. I have to stay here.
So, yeah, what happened, man? I don't know. He lit it up. Next thing you know, I see cherries and blueberry lights at nighttime.
And next thing I know, I'm next to a guy named Mark. Looks like a biker guy.
What are you in for?
Yeah. Fireworks.
No, you got to say just lighting stuff up. A blaze. You got to make it sound like it's arsony or something. Like, you're burning stuff. Make it sound worse than what it really is.
The police station down on 58th, gone now. Dude, his face are just.
Mark's just like, oh. He's not.
I love how we're just talking about me getting arrested for arson.
Like, how do we get this?
Yeah.
How do we get to this point?
Dude, we're only 22 minutes in.
Let's backtrack here. Hold on. Yeah,
Man.
but
so like leading up to that picture that we took, what was your day looking like? Did you go to work? Did you go to that stay ill meet?
I think I went to the stay ill meet towards the end, possibly
because it was later in the day. Because we took the picture at like sunset.
Yeah, it was. What was it? 6 when that meet was starting to end, where people were starting to leave out.
Those meets usually end at like 9, I think, but we left early. I think. I know usually they started at 4.
Yeah, I know that I had got there after 6:30, going towards 7, and then I was like, "Oh, people are starting to leave a little bit." Sun was like just starting to go down a little bit, not really.
Yeah, I mean, in the picture you can tell that it's literally like at that peak where it starts to set.
Mm-hmm. And then we all drove over to the wall spot. Everybody else was just like chilling, watching cars and talking for a while, actually.
Yeah. And then when we were taking the picture, that there was a bunch of truck guys that showed up. You remember that?
Yes. They all went to the very back where we were at.
That other parking spot.
It was like a whole other wall of just trucks, just massive
yeah.
lift kits everywhere.
And we were trying to teach my buddy in a Blue Miata to do a burnout. And he just couldn't do it. And then one guy in a Ranger started doing one. You remember that? God. I don't know if it was Ranger or Tahoe, but he like just started smoking them.
It was a Tahoe.
It was a Tahoe?
It was a Tahoe.
Just smoking them. And then Brian, who was the guy in the Miata, he was like, I guess I'll do it. I'll try.
Peer pressure.
I think he ended up almost doing it.
It was like, I'm going to give him E for effort. That's all I could do. Hey,
because you're all-wheel drive. You can't do a burnout. I mean, you could try.
You could do like a power slide.
Yeah.
Power slide donuts. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All-wheel drive. I mean, Ken Block did it the best. Rest in peace.
My God. I'm going to miss the guy.
Yeah, I know. I never got to meet him. I would have loved to meet him.
Hey, live on. Rest in peace.
The GOAT.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Have any more questions? Well, that's going to be a short podcast. I'm just kidding.
Like, tune in next time on.
Okay. So before you got into cars, did you do any activities that you stopped because you lost interest? Or did you lose interest because you needed to?
Before cars?
Yeah. So any or really after cars, did you have any hobbies where you either lost interest because you had to or you wanted to?
I wouldn't say that I lost interest because I had to, but it was more so on the lack of time.
Yeah.
So, like for instance, I would enjoy usually playing video games every now and then, but I haven't really played as many video games as I normally would because I'm like, all right, gotta get this car part, gotta go down to the shop, gotta talk to the guys, gotta get everything set for these car shows coming up, gotta register for these car competitions. Oh, there's this car meet. Hey, are y'all going to the car meet? Like,
You're probably the only 30-year-old that I know that's not like, oh, gotta take the kids to soccer practice.
hey man, team no kids, I guess.
Hey,
Yeah.
cars before kids. I don't know. My parents had kids early, so
Your parents love you.
I mean, my parents are in their 40s and they're already looking to retire
Wow.
because all their kids are growing up now.
So you're the youngest.
No, I'm not the youngest, which is crazy.
What?
I have 3 younger siblings,
3?
and the youngest is just about to graduate. Literally graduates next month. That's why we're moving, is because now that she's out of high school, we can finally move.
Wow. So that was the only thing that was like
Yeah.
holding them here.
Yeah. So if she was 1 year older, we would have left last year.
Wow.
So you can thank my sister.
To be like, hey, I just wanted to thank you so much. Wait, what? Why is
Can
he?
you
Don't
get
worry
held
about
back
it.
so Sam can stay here another year?
Nah. Not gonna have her do that.
I'm
Terrible.
just kidding. But I mean, continue. I'm sorry to cut you off and go into this tangent.
No, you're good.
What were you saying?
You're good. I don't know what we were talking about. We're just talking about random jumping around from spot to,
Yeah,
to
your
like
video
spot,
games.
doing like burnouts, doing like
You don't do
Tahoe's
burnouts
trying
anymore,
to do.
man.
No, man, can't do
Good.
burnouts. All
Good.
wheel
Don't be a
drive, baby.
takeover kid.
No takeovers. I think takeovers are
Hashtag fuck takeovers.
takeovers. Like, so what is a takeover to you?
Basically, a takeover in my experience has been they shut off an intersect, like they block it off, and then you got all these kids just standing out and people drifting around. And actually, I don't know if you like go on TikTok or Facebook or anything, but there was a takeover about 2 weeks ago where there's a big crowd of people and people are drifting around them.
Mm-hmm.
They set a ring of fire around them.
Yep, I
and
saw
they
that.
all just started running past the fire. And then one guy was literally on fire and they just started beating the shit out of him. It just literally looked like obviously they were patting the fire out, but it just looked like they were just beating the crap out of him.
Yeah. So takeovers. If you're gonna block off an intersection, I mean, I can't tell you what to do, but the least busy, the least busy, the better.
Like,
At the same time, you can always just like all pull your money and rent out a whole spot and just do the same thing. But it's not the exact same. It's not like there's that adrenaline rush.
GLD, they have pretty cheap rentals for their drift spot, and they do like they have it to where you can lay it out as a track, or you can lay it out as a figure eight, or you can just do a burn box.
Mm-hmm. But who would think about that though? You're talking about kids that.
Well, dude, like, even when I was 17, like I was always looking at venues too, and actually.
But you're different.
What do you mean I'm different?
You're smart.
Have you met me?
You literally think ahead. You think outside the box with what you want to do, and you don't let boxer engine. I get it. Pun intended. Like I got you. No, but I mean, like in all seriousness, you got like kids with either mommy, daddy money, or they just want something to do to release and have an outlet. Rather than doing takeovers, what you would do. Like,
well, I mean, I go like if I were to drift, I'd go to Mexico.
I'm not gonna say anything.
But in Mexico, there's there's cul-de-sacs and stuff that like I'll go to an industrial park. Like there's one 18 hours away from here.
Yeah.
18 hours,
so, 18
not
hours.
Minutes. That, is my spot, and I don't take a bunch of people there, but I'll go and I'll practice my lines and my transitions with my drift car before I go to an event. And I know that there's no one there to bother me. There's no cops. There's no people that I can hit, and it's safe for me. But I mean, takeovers, they just I don't like them just because the last one that I heard about, my buddies went to, and that after that they swore off takeovers too, because there was this lady trying to get into this intersection that they were taking over,
Yeah.
and she almost hit a couple people because they were, obviously blocking off
Doing
this
what they do.
place.
Yeah.
And they ended up breaking all her windows. They stole her license plate. They yanked her out of the car,
What
stole her
the
purse. Like it was, it made me change from, I'm not going to go to a takeover to this is a problem.
Yeah. No, it is. Again, I don't approve of it. I know that it's their outlet rather than doing a bunch of
Yeah.
other things, but there's a time and a place for that.
Yeah.
And like I was saying with what you do it completely differently, where it's not endangering anybody, it's not putting anybody at risk, but you're still just shredding it. You're
Yeah.
still doing what you do and having fun, right?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it's like if they all were to come together and pool their money, they could easily have a continuous spot to go to day in, day out throughout the week.
Like if they were to get like an industrial area, like be able to rent out like a big industrial place, like whatever Cletus McFarland does, like he's got his own burn box. Or the Hoonigan boys, they have their own place.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple of people here in the Midwest, in the Chicagoland area car scene that could organize that.
Yeah.
A couple of people you probably know who I'm referring to.
Yeah.
It's like they could easily.
No, absolutely. I mean, if the people that do takeovers and the people that do like the normal cars and coffee and park and chills, if we all came together and kind of made a car sanctuary, as you could call it, where we all get along and we can do this sort of thing, then I feel like we can put this whole takeover thing to rest. But until we can do that, I guess takeovers are just going to have to.
It's going to be that thorn in Chicago's side, which it does not give Chicago a good rep at all.
I'm just very nervous about NASCAR.
I almost forgot about that. That is this year, isn't it?
Yeah. It's literally.
I think they'll have it under control, just for the simple fact that even if you're into takeovers, you're probably more than likely not going to want to put yourself or your car at risk to mess that up. Especially when it's something that you could see that they don't do very often, let alone here in Chicago. Like 2023, now you have NASCAR. It's like, oh, this is pretty dope, actually. So
I mean, maybe it'll turn to a positive outlook where people are like, oh, obviously a track looks pretty cool. I would want to go on a track. But it also might be a negative, being like, oh, Chicago's allowing these NASCARs to drag race and do all this stuff. I'm going to go do it on their streets too.
I mean, that's without a given. There's always going to be those few.
Like the kids who watch Fast and Furious and then go do drag racing right after.
They hop in their mom's Honda, grab the laptop.
Danger to manifold.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, we'll finish it out with a couple more questions. So just kind of go off the list and kind of tell the viewers everything you've done to the car, the process with it, and everything. In your engine bay mods. I know you said you don't have a lot, but engine bay, interior, your exterior, obviously you're bagged.
What? Oh man, I guess I am.
Getting groceries.
Getting groceries, right? Exactly. Grocery getting, No, I mean, as far as like everything that I've done to the car so far, or everything that I have also to do to the car.
Everything you've done, and then we can elaborate with what's next.
So everything I've done compared to when I first bought it for my friend.
Just look at the car for reference.
Yeah. Just really focus in.
Just kind of points.
Right. Well, no, obviously I've had it wrapped. This
is wrapped? That's not the stock color?
No. Underneath it's that Galaxy charcoal black, the OEM factory color paint. But on top you have the it's Avery satin basalt gray. It was wrapped by LC Auto Concepts. If you look him up, his name is Eric Coate. He does awesome job wrapping vehicles. I've
Yeah.
referred plenty of other builds to him to wrap. He's just constantly growing. Other than
Is
the
he
wrap,
reasonably priced? Because I know that Ghost
yes.
Industries here in Schaumburg is
Hmm.
severely overpriced.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, how much did he charge for your entire car?
so under specific reasons,
Put the mic away.
I 1600.
Okay.
Yeah,
If
so
the mic picked that up, then I'll mute it, obviously. But dude,
it for the entire thing, like,
let's just say Ghost Industries would charge you double.
and that's why I went with LC Auto Concepts because
Shit, he might be doing my V3 on Madeline.
I mean, again, like that was back then. What that price was 3 years ago. So obviously, all the other rep shops have increased.
True.
He's went up a
I guess I
little
didn't
bit.
take in the
He's
inflation.
went up a little bit, but at the same time,
He's probably still cheaper.
Still, and the quality's still there.
Yeah.
This wrap without a garage has lasted for over 3 years, and again, it looks flawless. People are like, "Oh, this is amazing." I see the little flaws, but overall, just from a first glance, even walking up close, it still looks great.
I mean, if he does my car and he said, if he's like, "Do you want to see the flaws?" I'll be like, "No, absolutely not. Don't tell me, because then I'm gonna be
OCD.
I'm just gonna look at him."
No, but other than the wrap, there's a Saban vented carbon fiber hood. Obviously, I'm also showing off all the carbon fiber accents pieces from GoGo Carbon. They provide pretty much just about all my carbon fiber pieces, including the front grill mesh where the emblem deletes. And as I stated previously, I'm also sponsored by Variant Aero for all my aero. They have done my side skirts, my diffuser, as well as the front lip splitter extensions with the laser engraved etchings, obviously showing off Naruto.
I do like that.
Yeah. The intake piece that you see right there is by Velocitech.
They do stuff for STs and RSs as well.
Yes, they do.
Because I think, is that the RGB one?
The
Yeah.
RGB big mouth RAM intake system. Also have front bezel deletes carbon fiber overlays for the side view mirrors, top and bottom, as well as the door handles, door jambs.
A lot of carbon fiber.
Oh yeah. GoGo Carbon also made me a custom red carbon fiber steering wheel piece, as well as the glove compartments liner, and I also have a carbon fiber e-brake handle. The e-brake handle button is by 02 Quick. He also made the Sharingan Surikawa on the inside. You'll be able to see that off of some YouTube videos off of our page.
Go check out all this stuff. It'll be in the description.
Appreciate it. We also have the red tint by Luminous Tints. They're based out in Cali, and they're growing. Also.
I have their purple tint. I just have not put it on yet.
Hurry up, man!
I'm waiting on, because I have my V3 going on this winter, and I'm like waiting. I like have all this bunch of parts, and I'm just gonna put them on all at once.
Fair enough. So that's what I have with my. We'll get to that other question. Yeah.
Just keep going with this.
Right. Other than that, I'm rocking Graham Lights, Rays, 57 CRs, Milano Red, 38, 18, 9.5.
Okay.
And then other than that, we also have carbon fiber exhaust manifolds, trunk liner garnish trim. Also have a custom Konoha rear trunk emblem rather than the original Subaru emblem. Let's see. You got the Battle Arrow GT 66-inch time attack wing.
Stands out.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can't miss me on the E. It's like the Subi with the biggest wing on the road.
And the red accents everywhere.
Yep. Other than that,
I know it's whenever I see this car run down, there's Josh.
Yep. Pretty much. That's exactly it. You also got the Perrin engine bay layout from the alternator shrouds, the fender liners. You got the Boomba Racing.
Boomba, yeah, I know those guys.
All those pieces. For
they sponsored my ST back when I had that.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah, they literally gave me this like box of goodies. Like I had a pop socket from them at one point back when they first started.
They give it like a whole bag of
Yeah,
just stuff.
dude,
Like, here you go. I'm
I
like,
literally
oh,
had a phone case that they had that it said Boomba, stickers, the pop socket, a phone mount, like so much Boomba racing stuff. And like he was like, dude, you just let us know if you need anything. It was a blow off valve they had on my car, a couple other
nice,
things. But
nice.
they're really cool guys.
There you go. Other than that, I got a Tomei single exit catback exhaust
Gotta be a
system.
Tomei.
Hey man, it's straight from the engine all the way to the back. It's perfect, you know.
Yeah. No, Tomei's a really good brand. It's mostly known for what, Zizen?
Yeah, pretty much. But if I were to ever change, it would be going back to my original true love, the AWE Track Edition
Oh, those
catback
are
exhaust system, quad tip with the black tips on the ends. God, it drones, but when you press down and when you drop that gear, man,
My buddy
it's
had an AW in
amazing.
his ST, and it sounded so good.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
the AWE makes a really good exhaust.
Heck yeah.
Have you ever heard of AWR?
I have. Haven't tried it. Can't say.
Because they don't make exhaust, but they have engine mounts, and those are my new engine mounts.
Hmm. You make them for
I don't know. I just click Mazda for everything.
Oh man.
If I still had my Subaru, I'd let you know.
I'm gonna have to take a look and see. Do some research.
They're a good brand.
There you go.
But dude, I love the way this car looks. It's one of the most unique Subarus I've ever seen.
Appreciate hearing that, man. Seriously.
Yeah. Every time we're at a meeting, I hear like, best Subaru, and I see you walk up, I'm like, he deserves it. Even though sometimes it's top 3.
Yeah. I'm over here trying to keep up with all these big dogs, man. You know.
People that are been in the game for so long.
Yeah, longer than me. So it's still.
But,
like
for 3 years, you got more trophies than I do. All I have is low car limbo, and now I am the best JDM. At your
You
meet
stayed,
yesterday.
man. You literally stayed. Everybody else was like leaving early, like, oh, I'm gonna leave. I'm like, but you paid, so you're just alleviating yourself out of the competition.
I put best JDM on the gift card, and I just hung it up next to my
trophy.
next to my trophy of low car limbo.
You ever gonna use that best JDM?
Oh, I took the gift card out.
Oh, I was about to say,
it's just the casing.
Oh my god, you use that money yet? Oh no, I'm just hanging it up right next to my trophy. So
that's how much money I got. I don't need to use the $50.
This money's just sitting there.
Oh my gosh, that guy with the Chevy Cruze, I don't know his name, but he when I was filling out the paperwork, I was like, if I win, we go into Olive Garden.
That's about Kyle.
Yeah,
Kyle. Yep.
And when I won, he was like, so we going to Olive Garden?
Yep, he did ask that. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Breadsticks.
Dude, oh my gosh. I could eat Olive Garden all day.
Heck yeah. Chicken gnocchi.
But so we talked about what you've done to the car, and I know you have amazing plans coming up for it.
This is true.
And I'm very secretive about my plans because with the Miata community, you say one thing, people immediately look it up, they buy it, and then everyone's doing it. And everyone keeps asking me, like, oh, dude, you should do a body kit. And I'm like, I am. And they're like, oh, you're doing KBD or Rocket Bunny, the two most overplayed Miata body kits in the world.
Rocket Bunny is overplayed, not just for Miatas, but just.
But I will share this with you. It's an Australian kit, and no one in America's run it yet.
Now everybody's going to be looking up Australian body kits.
Dude, some guy looked it up that I told. He looked up right in front of me, and he was scrolling, and I literally saw the kit go past, and he was just like, he's literally asked me every kit besides that one, and I was like, nope, nope. It's so funny.
Hey, just let it be. Yeah, right?
I'm not going to say anything.
Exactly.
But yeah, just walk us through your next version of your car.
I mean, it's pretty much just going to be a full bolt-on. Other than it's already on bags, airlift, performance. Shout out Mike G. We got a whole new wrap coming. A whole entirely new wrap. It's going to be Itachi, my favorite character, Kakashi Hatake from Naruto. One version of him on the left with Susanoo, and then the other version of him on the right with Susanoo as well.
Hell yeah.
The wheel color is going to be completely different. Even the trunk setup is going to have suede liner. I will not tell you all the actual color. You'll have to wait and see. Even the tint's going to be different. Even the name of the car from the Gray Fang, that will be changed also.
So I mean, I already follow you. So
I showed you. You already know.
yeah, I
But
know.
it's like
What's really cool is like you've been known as this gray and red color scheme, and now it's going to be a whole new color scheme, and I'm super excited. I'm keeping my same color scheme with the purple, gray, and black when I change my livery, just because I love those colors.
I don't
But
know.
I
I
salute you
hear
for
you.
changing it up, and
Yeah,
maybe someone will take the same color scheme.
maybe we'll see what they do with it. I mean, that's just for the looks. If we're talking about performance wise, like I said, I got uh, all bolt-ons coming on. You have ETS from my intercooler,
Oh yeah,
HKS equal length headers, uh, IAG, AOS. You got
IAG long block, or what are you getting
uh,
from
I'm
IAG?
sorry, the air oil separator.
From IAG,
Hmm?
my mom's best friends with the owner. If you need a hookup.
We'll be talking. We'll definitely
He
be
gets me tickets to
talking.
Subi Fest every year.
Nice.
Like his name's JJ. He's pretty cool. And
I
then
should go to Subi Fest this year. I didn't go last year.
I don't know when it is, and I probably can't go.
You gotta come back at
I
least
do.
once a month.
But I gotta pick out my meets.
True.
I already have my one set until August.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So if it's in August, I'll go.
There you go. Let me see what else we got. NVIDIA down pipe. You got the up pipe, mid pipe.
Oh, NVIDIA, that's a good brand.
You got a blow off valve and a wastegate. Oil cooler.
You going tile or what brand?
Hmm?
You going tile with the blow off valve or what brand you going? Boomba.
I'm going to
Keep that on the down low.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want another Subi running it.
No, not exactly everything. The entire same setup. No, of course not. Other than that, what else
Can't
am
let
I
anyone
missing
beat you to
here?
it.
Oh yeah, injectors, lines, pump. I'm gonna actually try something different and run a dual fuel pump.
Dude, run it. Switch it to E85 and
Yeah.
cornfield. You're in the Midwest. Let that
Got
thing
to.
run on corn.
Got to. Other than that, I'm trying to see what else am I missing here. Performance wise, yeah, injectors, lines, rails, cylinder, coolant, equal length headers from an intercooler, AOS. Obviously, the Cobb intake. Yeah, everybody has Cobb intake. I'll disclose that freely.
Hey, at least you're not all Cobb. I know Subaru owners that are literally everything off Cobb. Yeah, I'm Cobb stage 2.
Nah,
Cool.
you got to mix it up a little bit. Be
You
different.
gotta,
Some things work better than others.
yeah. I mean, I understand the Cobb access port because really nothing's. It seems like a very like simple and well thought
Yeah.
out.
No, that's one thing that I am doing differently. Aside from the Grimspeed boost control solenoid, I'm gonna more than likely uh, for the ECU. I'm just gonna run it straight from.
Oh, do it like a standalone ECU.
Yes.
My man.
So that's what's gonna be a little bit different from all the others with the access port.
Hell yeah, dude. I like to see a Subi without a Cobb access.
Yeah, I mean, I figured like why not? It's what is it? EPA is already crapping on everybody.
Yeah, I mean, keep a laptop handy.
There you go.
Is that a Subi with a laptop?
Couple flash drives. Yeah, why not?
It's on bags. It can't race.
Pull the laptop out, evil grin. Just look back. Like,
You're just doing your taxes.
yes, like a responsible adult. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm just on TurboTax. I'm not.
TurboTax, really?
I'm not.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Speaking of TurboTax, if you want, no,
this is not an ad.
tax season's over.
If you didn't do them by now, you're screwed.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, Josh, I want to thank you for coming on this podcast. It was an honor having you and your beautiful car.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Please go in the description and check out all of Josh's stuff. Keep up with his build. Check out his car club. They're great. All of his crew members are really nice, and all their builds are great. Maybe I'll get a build, and I'll be their first Texas member. Maybe I'll start a Texas chapter.
Pretty dope. We're always looking to actually grow, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a part of a car club.
I mean, are you trying to be a part of one?
I don't know if I want that responsibility. Do you really want a child?
Hey, you're a lot more mature than some adults that I know.
You know, I get that a lot.
That
Not from
says
my
a
parents,
lot.
but
I mean, it's.
But thank you, Josh, again. Thank you guys for watching. It's been fun.
Absolutely.
All
Thanks
right.
for having me.
Yeah. All right. Peace, guys.